As everybody's getting settled in, I received this beautiful email from a guy in Los Angeles. I just want to read it to you before the shir. He's a Rebbe. His name is Moshe. We'll call him Moshe T. Here, email. It says, I'm a Rebbe in Los Angeles who just started Daf Yomi this new cycle. I learned the Daf on my own. A shir brings me back to yeshiva days and causes me to fall asleep immediately. I came across the shir you give and signed up to the WhatsApp group. I use your full shir in small couple of minute increments throughout my day as I drive as a way to chazer daf I already learned. Thank you so much. It's a great way to chazer and a great shir. Really, I only fell asleep twice at the wheel since daf beis. Just kidding. That's what he says. I want to thank you for what you do. You're ma'aviv Torah l'Rabbim. However, what I really wanted to share was how moved and excited I was when the shir broke out in song on daf Zayin. Yaakov just told me his wife wants to join this year. She heard the song, that's what he just told me. With the famous Avram Fried tune of our youth, you encouraged and joined in and let it continue. Then you said just another thing that makes us different than everyone else. Those words resonated with me. Everyone is unique. Each year is unique. Torah is every yid, and every yid has his or her unique way of being koinet. Keep up your amazing work. Hashem, Moshe T. Let's keep those emails coming in. Shmak. So we have another guy in Los Angeles. Something about Los Angeles. You know who Moshe T is? Hello. You know people in Los Angeles? All right. Today's Daf Tes. We're holding a couple lines down. We had this amazing Chiddush. Two brises really. You could say Kriya Shema back to back, and B'yoytza, the Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv and the Kriya Shema of Shachris. How? Either one brisa said you do it right before Amud HaShachar and right after Amud HaShachar. That's the cutoff point for day and night. And even though it's considered night, people still get up then. Then we had also, you could do the same thing according to the second brisa by Netz. Right before Netz HaChama, right after Netz HaChama. Says the Gemara, 5 lines down. Did I leave my special gift that Rabbi Dambi gave me? I think it did. Can't find it. Ugh, okay. He's got a card right there. That's a slippery card. Oh, here, this one. This has tape on it. This is somebody's. Okay, fine. Amar Reb Zera, ubevad shlo yomer hashkivenu. So Rashi says this is referring to the brisa that's talking about Amud HaShachar. You're saying the Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv right before dawn, and then you're going to say Hashkivenu. That doesn't make sense. Hashkivenu means I'm going to sleep. Put me to sleep now. You don't go to sleep right before dawn. So don't say Hashkivenu, you'll be okay. It's still considered night, just Hashkivenu doesn't fit in there. Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Chanina, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, la beferish itmar, ela mikloli itmar. So Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi paskind like Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. Actually, he's paskined twice. That you could say Kriya Shema of the night all the way till Netz HaChama. So he didn't say it straight out that that's the halacha, but there's a story. The Huzuga de Rabbanon, the Ishtakar bihilula. Yeah, Zevi, you could relate to this, I think. 2 guys came back from a wedding drunk. The Hilula de Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, the son of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. Also came Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, so he was still up, the father. So they asked him, what should we do? We were drunk, we couldn't say, so drunk is an oinus. What's the halacha? Omar kedayu Rabbi Shimon lismoy chalav b'shasat chak. Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, you could b'shasat chak. In other words, what's b'shasat chak? This is a shasat chak because they were drunk. Memela, they could say it all the way till Netz HaChama. If you open up the Shulchan Aruch, you'll see Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv lahalacha, halacha lamaisa. Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv you say until chatzos, till midnight, meaning however hours are in the night, smack in the middle. B'di'eved, what's b'di'eved? Similar to the case in the first Mishnah with Rav Gamliel's sons who went to a chasana, they weren't drunk, they were just partying, they were dancing at a chasana, so that's b'di'eved. they don't have an oinus, they could say it until Amud HaShachar. If you have an oinus, you're drunk, you have some crazy emergency that you couldn't say Kriya Shema, then you could go even one step further, all the way to Netzach Hama. Tremendous chidushim, right? Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv, you could say all the way to when the sun comes out. So I think it's a huge chiddush. If you are drunk. Yeah.
Occasionally, if you're saying Kriya Shema, let's say now in winter, Shabbos morning, you want to say Shema for Chosman Krishna, because your shoe is fairly late. Are you supposed to say the brachos before and afterwards as well?
Why not?
So you say 2 in 1 or 2 in 2, brachos, you say Kriya Shema, not as part of Tefillah.
Why not? That wasn't it. You don't say Ashkivenu. Everything besides Ashkivenu. That's what it says. You say, that's exactly what we just learned. You say all the brachas, ubevat shaloim Ashkivenu. Ashkivenu doesn't fit in, but other brachas, yeah. Why not? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh b'dvaroi. Ma'aseh shebo banov. So the sons of Gamliel come back from a chasana, and they didn't know what to do. So they asked their father. Asked the Gemara of Ad Hashelo Shmielu Other of Gamliel. They're the sons. They should know Rabbi Gamliel paskins in terms of his shir. Every son knows, especially if their father is Rabbi Gamliel, they would know that he holds that you go until Amud HaShachar. Says the Gemara, huh? What's going on here? Gary, the tech guy. You should be up there somewhere. Rabbi said, if there's no room, you can climb up the ladder. There's room in the gallery. Shalom Aleichem, welcome. Ma'aseh shebo banav, Ad Hashelo Shmielu Other of Gamliel, Hachi Karmelei, Rabbanon pligi levach. We know what you hold. You hold until Amud HaShachar, but guess what? Everybody disagrees with you. Rabbanon, v'yachid v'rabim halacha kerabim. And therefore, do we paskin like you, Daddy, or not? Perhaps no. The rabbim are like you, and therefore we could go like you. The whole concept of siyag, and what do we do? Everybody agrees with me. We all hold the same thing. In other words, what does that mean? We hold the same thing. We hold that the word ubishach is referring to the sleeping part of the night. Not when you go to sleep, rather when you do sleep. And when do you sleep? All through the night, all the way to Amud HaShachar. Even Chachamim agree with me. They just made a little bit of a siyag, but since you missed that siyag, and you were at a chasana, so b'di'eved, you could be yotzei with my shita. So it says in the Mishnah, not only Kriya Shema, but they also said this concept also applies to other things. Hekter chalavim ve'yivarim, that the halacha is that you could eat it or do it all the way to Amud HaShachar, but Chacham said until Chatzos. Now, when we read the Mishnah, we thought that it's Rebbe that's writing this. Rabbi Gamliel told his kids, you could say Kriya Shema until Amud HaShachar. And Chachamim made a gzeira until Chatzos. V'lo zu b'vad. Who's saying v'lo zu b'vad? Rabbi Gamliel is talking to his kids? No. It's Rebbe adding on to what Rabbi Gamliel said. Says the Gemara of Rabbi Gamliel, Mikol Amar Chatzos, Diktani v'lo zu b'vad amru. Rabbi Gamliel never said until Chatzos. V'lo zu b'vad. Not only is this until Chatzos, but something else is until Chatzos. Rabbi Gamliel said until Amud HaShachar. And it's not Chachamim that are saying it, so who's saying it? Says Gemara, this is what it meant. It's actually Rabbi Gamliel talking. It's not Rebbe. So Rabbi Gamliel told him, Allah, you should know, Kriya Shema is until Amud HaShachar, and there's a siyag of Chachamim that it's until Chatzos. In addition to that, Afil Rabbanon the Ka'amri al Chatzos, mitzvah sat shiyal Amud HaShachar, ba'idiko Amri al Chatzos, kedil harchik odem min ha'aveiro. So Rabbi Gamliel is adding all these extra words, and he's explaining to his kids that even Chachamim admit to me that the shir is until Amud HaShachar, and therefore Chatzos is only a siyag, and it fits right in with Hekter Chalavim ve'Yivarim. Hekter Chalavim.
It's a Das Yachid versus Rabbanon.
No, it's a siyag. The das is everybody. Everybody agrees that it's until the morning. Judy missed it. I read an email before. There's some Rebbe in Los Angeles is very excited about the fact that we sang. And he said one guy got up and it's you. I think it was you. Hekter chalav mevarim. Vilu achilas psachim like tani. The Mishnah brings some cases of things that go all the way to Amud HaShachar b'chacham and made a siag until chatzos. Korban Pesach is not mentioned. Why not? So we're going to see that there's a machlokes when you could eat Korban Pesach till. And perhaps our Mishnah holds like one of those sides. In other words, our Mishnah doesn't hold that you could eat Korban Pesach all the way to the morning. Remini, Kriya Shema Arvis, we have a brisa that says that there's three things. Kriya Shema of the night, V'halel B'leil Psachim, and the Halal you say on Pesach night, right? Halal and Chatzos, Halal and Afikoymen, V'achilas Pesach, which is basically one thing. The eating of the Korban Pesach, mitzvason atshiyah le'amud hashachar. So the brisa holds that eating Korban Pesach goes all the way to Amud HaShachar. Question is, why is it not mentioned in our Mishnah? Here's another concept, another halacha that goes until Amud HaShachar. It should say, Hekter chalav mevarim v'u Pesach. Rabbi Yosef lo kashi. Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah, Rabbi Akiva. Our Mishnah that doesn't bring Korban Pesach is because it holds like Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah that Korban Pesach only is eaten until Chatzos. So it doesn't fit into our Mishnah. Rabbi Akiva, if our Mishnah was going like Rabbi Akiva holds you could eat a Korban Pesach all the way till the morning, it would be perfect. But our Mishnah doesn't go according to Rabbi Akiva. The Sanya, what's the machlokes? V'achlu es habasar balaylo hazeh. So we have this extra word hazeh. Here's our first taste, really, of, I think, unless I forgot already, of a good limud sugya. You have a pasuk with the extra word, hazeh. But don't worry, we're going to go right back into that gata soon. But la'at, it just takes you into a pasuk. Yeah.
The Mishnah says, why would it have to be included? Rashi says, Asham and Kata, why would you include
The achila of... Since there's a machlokes in it, so the Mishnah should have said mefurish. It's not like your typical. It's not a typical carbon. It's not a shlamim that everybody knows that you could eat it all through the night. What? It's Laila, only Laila, right? It's different. Yeah, there's no yom. Right. We're going to see that in a second. Here goes. Nemar kan balaylo hazeh. So the word hazeh is extra. Just say balaylo. V'nemar lahalon, because we're talking about that night of the 14th. Balaylo. V'nemar lahalon. So this is talking about Korban Pesach. Balaylo hazeh. V'nemar lahalon. V'avarti beretz Mitzrayim balaylo hazeh. Makis b'chayros. I'm going to go through Mitzrayim balaylo hazeh. Ma lahalon. So we have hazeh. Ma lahalon achatzois. Afkan at chatzois. Makis B'choros happened exactly at Chatzos, in a millisecond. Everybody died at the same second. It was like maybe they say it was like a wave if it had to go through the Mitzrayim. Okay, but it took. At wherever you were is at Chatzos. And Memela, Korban Pesach is up until that point of Chatzos. You left Mitzrayim with hastiness. You ran out of there. When was that? When did you leave Mitzrayim? You left Mitzrayim in the morning. Says Rabbi Akiva, you could eat Korban Pesach all the way till the morning. So we have a problem. Rabbi Akiva has a problem. What does he do with the word Laila? He holds you allowed to eat Korban Pesach until the night, until the morning. Rabbi Eliezer holds you could eat it up until Chatzos. What does he do with Balayla? Yochal yenechal kekachim, like a taida, bayoim. Tamaloyma Balayla. Korban Pesach is only eaten at night. We're going to see a tremendous chiddush soon. That even if you hold, let's say you have a havamina, that you could eat a Korban Pesach for 2 nights, that would not include the daytime, in between the 2 nights. You could only eat a Korban Pesach at night. Tamaloyma Balayla, Balayla unecha v'loy bayoim. You can never eat a Korban Pesach during the day. According to Rabbi Eliezer, the extra word is needed. I learned Gzeir Shava to tell us that you could only eat a Korban Pesach until Chatzos. Rabbi Akiva, what does Rabbi Akiva do with the word Hazeh? He doesn't have Gzeir Shava. It's going to exclude another night. Korban Pesach is in the category of Kachim Kalim, right? It's very similar to Shlamim. In fact, if you make a Korban Pesach, you don't use it, it turns into a Shlamim. It's a Kachim Kalim. Kachim Kalim means you could eat the Korban outside of the Beis Hamikdash. You don't have to eat it dafkin inside the Beis Hamikdash. Different halachas. You could eat it for 2 days in a night versus a day and night. You also shecht it in a different place in the Azara. You don't have to shecht it north of the Mizbeach. You can shecht it in the entire Azara. Different halachas. So since Korban Pesach is Kachim Kalim and Shlamim is also Kachim Kalim, we're going to take the concept, not the exact same thing, but we're going to take the idea. The idea by Shlamim is that you have 2 days and a night. So you could eat it for 48 hours. So Korban Pesach, you'd also eat it for 2 nights. Not for 2 days, but for 2 nights. What? It's not 48 hours literally. You could eat it for 24 hours total. Two nights, but I'm saying over a period of 48 hours. Shlamim, 36, fine, 36, yeah. 2 days and a night. A singular night, one night. Rabbi, imagine if you have a whole Masechta like this. Or 2 Masechtas like this. Yeah, Zvachim, Chulin. It's good. Get used to it, it's Gishmak. Don't fall out then. Stick it out, it's Kedai. All right, what?
You've made it that far already.
Yeah, Rabbi, if you weren't here last night, I have to say it again. Because Shabbos is the first opportunity to miss a daf. You don't have you're not in the same schedule, maybe you can't make it to the shirs. Amos Shabbos, not everybody made it. We actually had a lot of people last night, probably in the 70s, right? Baruch Hashem. But I see a bunch of new people now. If you miss a daf, and it happens, skip it. Remember, just skip it. If this is your first day, skip it. Doesn't matter. Write it down. Write what you skipped. Say, okay, I didn't make daf ches on Shabbos. Not a problem. Continue weiter. One day, next Shabbos, you have a little extra time. You learn a little bit. The day afterwards, in Ben Izman, you'll make it up. But skip it. Don't be a perfectionist. Perfectionism is the killer of Daf Yomi. Trust me. Ma'aseh Shaya, I forgot to tell you a story. I was taking Dirshu tests. It was amazing. I did 320 daf tests. It was a cumulative Dirshu. Dirshu has 30 daf every month. And if you want, you can do a cumulative. I did 320 daf. And then I took my wife on a vacation, went to some place. I missed 3 days. I came back and I started trying to make it up. I fell out of the program. It was amazing. It was probably the best time of my life. Learning, and it was just learning chazaras, and because of perfectionism, it killed me. Skip it. Zog the Gemara, Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah, Meloi Sasiru ad boiker nafko. Okay, one night. I don't need this. Rabbi Akiva's drush. I have another drush. Meloi Sasiru ad boiker. You can't leave anything past the morning. Everything is within one night and that's it. I never have a havamina. I could eat it for 2 nights. Rabbi Akiva, imahasam havamina, my boiker sheni. There's 2 mornings. Rabbi Eliezer amalach kol boiker rishon hu. When the Torah says boiker means the first one and that's it. There's no havamina to say 2. And memela from there I learn you have to eat it within the first night. Zog the Gemara of Ani Tanoi Kani Tanoi. This is a very similar machlokes. The Sanyo Shom Tizbach is Pesach. Here's the pasuk. It says Shom Tizbach is Pesach. Dvar in Perik Tezayim pasuk Vav. It starts off. It's a very interesting pasuk. It starts off Shom Tizbach is Pesach. When? Ba'erev. Ba'erev means in the afternoon. It's not nighttime yet. Second later, Kivay HaShemesh. We already learned in the beginning of the Sechta. Ba HaShemesh. Daf Beis Dalef. Ba HaShemesh means when the sun goes down. Shkia. When did you leave Mitzrayim? In the morning. The whole pasuk is a contradiction, a 3-way contradiction in one pasuk. What's going on there? Is that says the Gemara? So there's no machlokes really what be'erev and kivaya shemesh means. The machlokes will be just what this biker, this ma'atzes chomer, what do you do with this morning? What happens in the morning? Says the Gemara, Shom tizbach pesach bo'erev kivaya shemesh ma'atzes chomer mitzrayim. Rabbi Eliezer oime bo'erev atu ziveach. When do you shecht it? Bo'erev is telling you when to shecht it. Okay, very good. Bo'erev tzarayim, in the afternoon. Ukivaya shemesh atu oichel. And when do you eat it? Kivaya shemesh, until you eat it by shkia, from shkia on. Umayet seischa mitzrayim atu soirev. You must burn it. This is coming to tell you when you burn it. When is it considered noisar? In the morning. Once the morning hit, then you burn it. Rabbi Shua says the same thing. Now this is different. This is Shittas Rabbi Akiva that we learned. Says Rabbi Shua, like Rabbi Akiva, that I could eat it all the way until the morning. It's not talking about burning it, it's talking about when I could eat it. I could eat it all the way to the morning. Why? The difference is chatzos. If Rabbi Shua says I could eat it all the way to the morning, so the other shita says until chatzos. I don't know exactly what he says, but Rashi says if he's saying till the morning, then obviously the other one is mechulak on him and says something else, exactly what you asked, and therefore I must say that's until chatzos. This sounds familiar because we actually learned it in this Masechta. Everybody agrees that the Mitzrayim wanted Klal Yisrael out immediately. All the Becharis died. Get out of here. Get out of here means you're free to go. You're free to go means they're somewhat free. They're in jail, but they're free to go. They can open the door and walk out. So that's freedom. But the physical leaving the border of Mitzrayim was in the daytime. What's this chipazon that the Torah says? Hastiness. We're talking about the Mitzrayim. They were in a panic. Get out. When did that happen? Chatzos. Rabbi Akiva saw my chipazon the Yisrael. Chipazon is referring to Klal Yisrael, and they physically left, and that's in the morning. And that's the machlokes. Do you eat it? Do you eat the Korban Pesach until Chatzos, or do you eat the Korban Pesach until the morning? HaKadosh Baruch Hu took you out of Mitzrayim at night. When did they physically come out? In the day. As the Gemara, V'chiba Laila Yatzu, V'Laila Yatzu B'yoyim. Shneimar Machos HaPesach Yatzu B'nei Yisrael B'yod Roma. Elmen Lamed Shizchila Lohem Gula Mi'orev. It started at night, and it finished off in the daytime. Okay, now we're back to Agadata. Daber no ba'oznei. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe Rabbeinu, Daber no, please. So we're going to see that this word no goes to the words before it and the words after it. It's an interesting concept. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said no once, but he meant twice. Amri debei Rabbi Yanai, ei no elaloshem bakosha. I'm begging of you, Moshe Rabbeinu. I'm begging you. I'm begging you to go tell Klal Yisrael that what? I'm begging them. Okay? So I'm daber. So no goes on the daber. I'm asking of you, please, daber. And then the no goes on the further. That what? Boznei Hayom. Why am I begging you? Why am I asking you? Tell Klal Yisrael to go borrow gold and silver. They don't have to. Big deal. It's their problem. They don't want to take free gold. No, they're crazy. Why should I beg? The answer is, Avram Avinu is sitting in Shema and watching what's going on, so that he shouldn't say for a few days, for a few minutes, he shouldn't have a taina, so you should do this. What's the issue? The issue is that we know that they had a rechush gadol when? By Kriyas Yamsuf. Anyways, all the Egyptian, all the pearls, all the gold and silver that were on the chariots, fell into the ocean. The ocean split. They took it.
It was fulfilled then.
Huh?
Could have been fulfilled then.
Yeah. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to be fulfilled right away. Why? So Avram Avinu shouldn't have a taina. Unbelievable. I'm sure everybody talks about it. I'm sure there's a lot going on here. That what? Va'avadim v'inu oisam kia. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, very good. You kept your word when it comes to enslaving them. V'achar chen yetzu b'chush gadol, your promise that they're going to go out b'chush gadol, like ibem. So for that little tkufa, we have to make sure, I'm begging you to ask them, please, it's not a favor for you, it's almost a chiyuv. I need you to take out that gold and silver. Omer loi, and what was the problem? Why did Klal Yisrael not want this gold and silver? Levai sheneitzim atzmeinu. All we care about is freedom. We're enslaved for so many years. Get us out of here. We don't care about the money. A person was imprisoned. We should know tomorrow you're going to go out with a lot of money. I'm just thinking about you, Avi, no? You deal with this stuff all day.
Completely other way around, Myro.
Yeah? Give me the money. Avi's a trial lawyer in America. He travels all the time. And his specialty is getting guys out of jail or fighting for cops, not cops, whatever. That's the specialty. This kind of stuff. Exactly this. People in jail that are incarcerated either wrongly or not wrongly, and they make good money. And they don't care. They want the money. All right, fine. It's like a business. I sit in jail for 25 years or 40 years of my life, and then I make money at the end. Geschmack. What a life. What?
Different types of jails. We're talking about these jails versus today's.
Yeah, he's right. In Egypt, sitting in the ground in a dungeon, every minute, get me out of here. I don't care about the money.
It's no.
It's no picnic, no jail's picnic. But
Becoming Am Yisrael. Instead of becoming Am Yisrael.
oh, who needs money? Materialism. We're Am Yisrael. Okay, fine. So, anyways, one reason is, but the Gemara is saying here a little bit different. Like, we're not thinking about the money. If it's true what you're telling me that you could get me out of here, so get me out today. Why are you waiting till tomorrow? Why is Moshe saying? By the way, tomorrow you're going to go out. If you know so much, so do it right now. Maybe that's the vart. He has such power. Why wait the extra day? Vikid Amri. Oh, Vayashilum. Did I skip? I don't have Nachman Seltzer. Take me out right now. I don't need the money. Vayashilum. So there's an extra mem here, which shows us that there's some force going on here. Vayashilum. They forced them. Who forced who? It was forced. That the Mitzrayim were forced. Klal Yisrael didn't want the money, as we're going to see in a second. It's the shalol of a war. Shalol. What's shalol? You grab it, the spoils, the booty, the whatever. You grab it from the goyim. You grab it from war. So it's a shalol. In other words, we took it away from Mitzrayim. It's heavy. Klal Yisrael knows that the Egyptians are going to run after them. We know these people already. They keep on Indian gifting, whatever the word is. They say one thing, and then 2 minutes later they regret it. They're going to come after us. If we're lighter on our feet, we can move. We can get out of there. Okay. They explain, similar to what we had in the Gemara with I forgot already who it was. The Aris, he didn't pay his Aris. What was it, Rav Huna? I don't remember what it was anymore. Anybody remember? We said over there that there's a Tam Gneva. Over here also, Klal Yisrael felt that yes, they deserved money from the as the famous Gemara in Sanhedrin, right? The Gemara in Sanhedrin that the Mitzrayim took us to the Torah many years later. Where's our gold? What? Who is it? Rav Huna. So they deserved. They worked as slaves 210 years. Let's get paid. But they felt it's not appropriate. We shouldn't take it out of their house, Bal Karchach. If it's ours, if it's a thing that they took, if it's the hours that they took, we'll take our hours back. But to take their gold, that you needed the entire for. But Kosh Baruch Hu said, take it.
Why is it Shana? They borrowed it.
Right. That's how it was. They came over in a borrowing way.
Why borrow?
What do you mean?
If they're owed the money for slave labor,
But that's how it was. Kosh Baruch Hu said, borrow it, trick them. Say you want to borrow it, and then they'll give it to you. And when they say, we don't have anything, you tell them, I know exactly where it is. It's sitting under your bed in the corner, like the Medrash says. And then they have to give it to you.
It's when the Jews want to travel light.
Speak to my wife, yeah. We go away for a Shabbos. It's 14 suitcases. We had to truck with a U-Haul behind us. They left Mitzrayim, they left it empty, desolate. There's nothing left in there. It's like putting a trap out for an animal without any food in it. Nothing in there. Rish Lakish Omar, Asuki Metzula, it actually fits the word better. Vayinatzlu, with a tzaddik, with a lamed, Kimetzula, what does that mean? Like the depths of the sea. You go down deep in the sea, there's hardly any fish there. Shem Badagim. Kimetzula Shem Badagim. Fine, so maybe fits in a little bit better. How do you say this pasuk, Menachem? I don't even know. Do people say with this coming word here? People say Eka?
No.
Yeah? Eka asher Eka. I don't know. All right. So what's this double lashon? I shall be as I shall be. I shall be. What's that? I shall be, I shall be. Tell Klal Yisrael, I was with you the whole time now. So they're about to be redeemed. Guess what? There's going to be huge galus. This is just the beginning, Rabbi Eliezer. You're coming out of galus, but your descendants are going to go through tsaris struras. There's going to be the Germans, the Inquisition, everything. I'll be with you then also. You have to mention another tsar. We're barely getting out of this one. What are you coming up with other stuff? Tomorrow, you're right. I shall be okay one time. Right now, I was with you and I'm going to be with you now through this Yitzias Mitzrayim. Once we're talking about a double lashon, it says, Aneni Hashem Aneni. Eliyahu Hanavi tells HaKadosh Baruch Hu, answer me, please answer me. Twice. What's the double lashon? Amar Vavo, Lama Eliyahu Aneni Shtei Pa'amim. Sorry. Let me read it again. Amar Vavo, Lama Ama Likoku Aneni Shtei Pa'amim. Milamed Shom Eliyahu Fnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rebbeinu Shel Olam. So I'm going to get it now. Now I just see the email. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I apologize. Never again. Aneni Sheteri Leish Mishamayim, the famous story with Eliyahu Hanavi, who's fighting with the Nevi'ah Abal. He wanted to prove to Klal Yisrael that they're false Nevi'im. He put his meat down and he said, Aneni, they tried to do it, they weren't successful. Please come down and consume the meat. Okay, so one Aneni is good enough. Why two? Aneni Sheteri Leish Mishamayim. And of course, the Eish came down and consumed it. The issue was everybody has an excuse. He's doing magic tricks. You see today people can do anything. We have a guy in the neighborhood does crazy tricks, right? Who's that? Your bar mitzvah. Kitzer, you can do achizas enayim, you can do all sorts of things. Okay, so the fire came. No. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm asking you that they should open their hearts and see the truth, see that it really came down in the Shemayim, and that you're the Rebbeinu Shel Olam. Zok the Mishnah. If you remember, we had this Mishnah in the first daf also. The Gemara over there asks, why do we start from the morning, right? We said, no, we start evening, then we go to morning, and then we go morning, evening. So this is the Mishnah, because we went from evening to morning. So now we're talking about morning. Once we're talking about this Mishnah, morning, then we continue the next Mishnah in the morning. Here, if you want to see. Again, because when we gave shir, we had shir in Menachas, and we gave a whole shir about Tchelis. And I think Yisachar started wearing this. He said, what about you? You gave a whole shir about tchelas, and I was so strong, I was opinionated about this. I said, okay, fine, put on tchelas. And then I'm going to get that email that the G'daylim don't do it, fine. In the yeshivas, they don't do it. Fine, akol panim. So what? Why blue and white? Where do we come up with this blue and white? Because it says in the pasuk in Kriya Shema, Ureisim oisoi. You have to see this. This. What are you seeing? You're seeing these tzitzis. And in the tzitzis, you have tchelas. It's a mitzvah deraisa, Rabbi said. Tchelas is deraisa. I don't want to bring up old topics, but since we're here, by the way, the guy from Til Tchelas reached out to me. Unfortunately, I forgot to write him back. He said, oh, he's here? Oh, okay, here. Sorry, if you're already here, why'd you come up? We got to finish the daf. Okay, stand up for a second. What do you got? Wow, thank you. Karti. Wait a minute. You're taking the wind out of my sails. I also have Karti. You have a live snail. Wow. This is the perfect shear to come and do this for. Gewaldig, thank you. Wow. This is a live snail. And this is tchelas. Hey, you hold it. No, you hold it. Shkoyach, wow, beautiful. Shkoyach. Here, you can take this. So if I wouldn't have said anything, you wouldn't have said anything? So next that I remembered. Yishkoyach. I'm not very good at communicating. I apologize.
You're doing a good job.
Okay. So what do we have? It says in the pasuk, Mishiakar ben tchelis alavan. You know that I wear tchelis?
You said you wear tchelis, you pulled out your tzitzis and it didn't have tchelis on it.
When? Back in the day?
Last year in Nida.
And you were watching?
No, my friend sent me.
Very good. No, but Derek Cloud do.
Honest.
They're very expensive. You got to lower your prices, man.
We need a backer.
That's why he's here. Okay. I got it. Now I chop. Okay. There's always an angle. No, but it's L'Shem Shemayim. Hey, I saw you had a very nice, you raised a lot of money the other day.
Yeah, you said 600,000, it was 300,000, but you can make it 600,000.
He's mamish watching this guy. He follows. Okay, good. So this is Tchelas 11 in the Havamin of the Mishnah.
Or this. It could be on
Oh, this is very good. This is perfect. Wow. This is, we're going to see in a second. Okay. When you can differentiate between the blue and the white. Between this and this. Unbelievable. It doesn't get any better. Yishkoyach. Wow.
There is a French carty that's more.
Or this. Oh, my snail just fell. Or this. What do you guys prefer? Okay. And this is actually taken off his website. I stole it from him. This, right? This, you recognize this picture? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. But there's another share tonight, so you're coming and I don't even.
I think it's the latest month. You need a lot more light to be able to see the
Okay, whatever,
That's
yes.
obvious. That's shot.
You can only say Kriya Shema, Rabbi Isai. We missed it. If you're davening in the later Minyan Minyanim, you can only say Kriya Shema till Nesachama. So they explain it means Lechatchila, you should do it right before the nets. But b'di'eved, there's ways to do it afterwards like we do. Rabbi Shua Omer, ad shalish shois. You have until the end of the third hour. So basically, 25% into the day. Again, we discussed this. It's not real hours on the clock. Shois maniyos. So you divide it like that. Shekein derech melachim lamoid b'shalish shois. This is where the whole concept, the famous, the Zman Kriya Shema of the Magen Avram versus the Kriya Shema of the Gra. What's the difference? The Magen Avram says we base the day. When does the day start? By Amud HaShachar. So then you have to divide the day in 4 parts from Amud HaShachar till the Shkia, Tziz Kachavim, or Tziz Kachavim. And the Gra says the day only starts at Nates. Therefore, you have more hours. According to the Gra, it's usually like, I don't know, an hour later or something. If somebody reads Kriya Shema, misses his time, and he reads it, lo yifsid. The famous question, what do you mean lo yifsid? You get sachar like reading the Torah. Yishkoyach. No? Anytime you read a pasuk in the Torah, it's like reading the pasuk in the Torah. So if you read Kriya Shema, why would I have a havamina that I don't get schar? So the Rabbi Eliezer says, because Kriya Shema you could say Baal Peh. And I would think that if he said it Baal Peh, after the Zman, you don't get schar for it, because it's Torah Shebiksav. I have to say it inside. Komashmal, and since it's Kriya Shema, I could say it Baal Peh and I get schar. My bet chez lavon. What's the pshat? Maybe you're talking about two piles. One is a piece of wool that's dyed blue, and the other is white. In the middle of the night, you could see the difference. So here's a great example. This is perfect. You see, he's in the middle of dyeing this piece right over here, and part of this wool has some blue in it. It started dyeing, but it didn't catch 100%. And Memela, that's what he's saying. This is very difficult to differentiate between the white and the blue. It's within the piece. You see? I don't know if you can see. You guys see it? Okay. If a person can differentiate between a dog and a wolf. I was once skiing in, I don't remember, Utah somewhere, and all of a sudden, I could have sworn that I saw a wolf, and it's very difficult to see wolves. They're there, so I took out my camera, and I was taking pictures, and I was trying to get close, and then he disappeared. But then I asked people, he said, no, it wasn't a wolf, it was a coyote. But it's hard to differentiate. It looks like a German Shepherd. Imagine a German Shepherd versus a wolf. If you don't know your stuff, it's hard. So if you could differentiate between the two, then that's the Zman. Rabbi Akiva ben Chamor la Aroid. Aroid is the famous. It's a tough donkey, but it's a wild donkey. So between a regular one and a wild one. So this points out, your friend you could tell from a mile away in the middle of the night. So it's talking about an acquaintance, not somebody that you're very good with. This so-so. 4 amas to see your friend from 4 amas away. When it comes to wearing tefillin in the morning, what's the shear? 4 amas when you tell your friend from another person. The Kriya Shema kivasikin. Over here, vasikin doesn't mean what we call vasikin. Vasikin means a chassid. What does that mean? The reason why it's called vasikin is because of these people called vasikin. The what? Who?
Pensioners.
Okay. Vasikin. Okay, so these are Hasidim, and this is what we try to do today. If you daven with the nets, you say Kriya Shema right before the nets, you finish it right by the nets, and then you daven Shemona Esrei immediately afterward. Why? You have a few things going on here. You have Zrizim Magdim LeMitzvahs. You want to say Shemona Esrei the first possible moment. You also have to be Soimer Gula L'Tfilah. And Shemona Esrei has to be after Netzachama. You can't do Shemona Esrei before Netzachama. All these things together force us into one option. Shemona Esrei right by Netzachama, and Shema right before Netzachama. That's the only way to get through all these 3 things. What do you see in the pasuk? Yiru'ucha im shemesh. What does Yiru'ucha mean? They shall see you. They shall fear you. Where do you have fear? Yiru'ucha, you should have fear. Where? In Shema. Ol Malchus Shemayim gives you fear in Shemesh. And this is also you learn from this pasuk the concept of davening mincha before Shkia. If you're soimer geula l'tfila, you don't have any damage that day. How could that be? I did geula l'tfila and I had damage. But my task. What was the damage? You had to bring all these flowers to the king. No. You should have paid for it anyways. You should pay money. You should try to run to the kings, and not only to Jewish kings, like we mentioned yesterday, Rav Sheishes, you go to see the kings. To see the difference how a Jewish king behaves and a Gentile king. So Memela, you had to pay for it anyways. You have to pay admission. So you paid Adasim. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I get the hint. When you go to Eretz Yisrael, you should ask about Reb Broina in front of everybody. Give him more kavod. He's a great man. And he loves mitzvahs. How do I know? And I don't understand this Gemara 100%. Tell me if you know Pshat. He once was soymech gula tefillah. I thought we do that every day. He didn't stop smiling the whole day. Says Gemara, we learned this Gemara, so we can do it quickly. How can you do gula tefillah? So Hashem svasai tiftach makes it a hefsek. Or Rabbi Eliezer, tehei betfilah shel arvis. No, Rabbi Yochanan said Hashem svasai tiftach only by Ma'ariv. Ma'ariv you don't need gula tefillah because the gula we just learned happened in the daytime. There is a concept of gula tefillah. We learned it in this Masechta. He's talking about mincha. And we learned this as well. Since it's part of davening, how can you do gula tefillah by Ma'ariv? Hashkivenu is part of the Takanas Chachamim, so it says even though it comes after Gal Yisrael, it's part of Gal Yisrael. Tomorrow looks like one of the longest dapim in Shas. I didn't count the words, it looks huge. So we'll make it even huger. All right. Have a wonderful day.